Okay, I can't imagine that this is going to be a long video because it is such a simple idea, but I'm about to say the solution to politics. This is going to solve all political problems. Probably. Maybe. Probably not, actually. The idea is that we should just compromise. That's it. See ya. No, but for real, the whole reason why we are so divided and so angry at each other is because we're not willing to listen to the other person or to consider that they might be right and we might be wrong. So the solution is really just to see the situation from the other person's perspective and accept that you might be wrong. I think that this problem is very easily observed with the news. I think if you're a Republican and you only watch Fox, or if you're a Democrat and you only watch CNN, you're just subjecting yourself to bias. Even though it's your own bias, you're still not getting the truth. And so the only right thing you can do is to watch everything. Even if you're a Republican, watch CNN, and even if you're a Democrat, watch Fox. Just so you can see all of the perspectives, gather all of the information, and then you draw your own conclusions without being influenced by one party or the other. And the same goes for when you're expelling information. You need to make sure that you are not sticking to just one party or the other. You really need to kind of mash them together, observe everything, and then pick which specific policies and things you agree with. Most people are not going to be all the way to the right or all the way to the left. And we have to stop labeling the extremists as the party as a whole. A lot of people were looking at the Black Lives Matter protests and pointing to the rioters and saying, look what the Democrats are doing. And then they do the same thing when they look at the riots at the Capitol the other day and they say, look what the Republicans are doing. We need to stop generalizing. Those people on both ends were extremists. If you're busting down buildings and breaking into... My phone went off. And busting into the Capitol building, you're wrong and you're extreme. And that kind of a thing is not going to change anything. But if you're on the right and you want to protest the election if you think the results were false, or if you're on the right and you want to protest equality, protest for equality is probably a better term, and those people should be allowed to speak their minds. But when it turns extreme, nothing gets accomplished and people generalize and it makes everybody look bad. So the point is, whatever you believe, it's important that you speak it peacefully. It's pretty convenient that this video is coming out on Martin Luther King Day. That's kind of a coincidence, but it also fits perfectly, in my opinion. Keep in mind that the people during those protests are not remembered for violence. They're remembered for remaining peaceful the entire time. That shows strength. When you go busting down cars and stuff, that shows weakness and that you're just following the crowd. What you really need to do is have the strength within yourself to simply speak your mind, and that's it. Don't be destructive, because that just makes you look bad. I hope that made sense. I feel like I'm probably going to get attacked for something I said, but I think it's pretty obvious that my intentions are pure, but whatever. It's so hard to talk about politics. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, maybe.